Now I'm gonna talk about the world's biggest subject, okay? This is like, the biggest topic in the school of life. So, relationship. People looking for someone. People looking for someone. Why are people looking for someone? People tend to always be looking for another person. I mean, we are so used to that, so we think that's like what life is. That's what life is about, even. But if you think about it, it doesn't necessarily is what life is about. But we are tending to look for someone. So why are we looking for someone? Why? What do we want? Why? And what does it even mean to have someone? I want someone. So I would like to say, with my insight today, is that we are looking not actually to have someone necessarily, but we are looking to fulfill something within ourselves. That is the fundamental essence of it. That there is something to fulfill within ourselves. There is something that we want to fill up. So, and we think that a person can be this thing, to fulfill that. So we are looking outside for someone to fulfill ourselves. So it's a self-seeking, we could say. It is not about, it doesn't come from abundance and it comes from lack and need and desire and selfishness, oftenly, mostly, like 99% of it. So with that said, is it possible for someone else to fulfill that? Is it possible for someone else to fulfill you? What is it even to fulfill? And how will that happen? Or is it more of a distraction? Is it more that there is some disturbance within yourself? There is some disconnection and you want to get rid of that experience. So having someone to distract you, or even to, create a sense to fulfill your limitations. Maybe you are having certain personal limitations. You're afraid of certain things, or you feel insecure in some ways, and you want someone to complete you in this sense. Instead of you growing, you want someone else to fulfill that empty spots. Instead of you growing and fulfilling these fears and limits and insecurities, whatever it is, you want someone else to fulfill it for you. So you're maybe looking for that even. But with this said, in truth, no one can really give to you any of these things. Only short term, it's a sensation. But you will always still remain with yourself. Even if you're with someone, you're still just yourself. So when we're coming from this place, we're not coming from love. We're not coming from sharing, wanting to relax out of abundance and joy and love, wanting to just be around for no reason. Let's be. Because my experience is that when we have ourselves, we don't need someone, but we have the whole world around us. Nature, people everywhere. You don't need a certain tree or a certain bush or a certain person to feel love with them. But when you have found your love and your peace, that is for everybody all the time. no matter where and what and how, So it is absolutely not limited to having someone. And the concept of having someone is also very limited and very ignorant, because you cannot possess someone, you cannot have someone. The moment you see this person as a possession, like I want this person, it oftenly limits your ability for love and for boundaries and for, kindness and respect and forgiveness and such, because you have now identified with them a bit too much. So you think almost as if they are you. So whatever they are now doing affects you. So if they are cheating, or if they are doing something, or if they come home late, it all affects you. So whatever they are doing is starting to affect you. And this is a sign that you are attaching. And this is the limit, this is the limitation, that when you attach to a person in this way, in the same way, the moment you're attaching, your love is also decreasing. Because now your love is acceptance and caring for them, whatever they want to do, whatever they want to do to fulfill themselves. Is in your interest when you love someone, as you love the whole world, and you want everyone in this world to have the best possible life they could ever have, and you want them to fulfill themselves, whatever that is. It is totally unique for everyone, and it even imparts darkness for most of us. So you want that for everyone. But when you own someone, when you say, this is my girlfriend and she cannot do these things and she has to do these things, and she cannot do this because that is triggering my and all of that noise, that bullshit, is just you projecting yourself and trying to control another aspect of life, wanting it to fit your unhealed, ungrown ass. So that's a very limited way of relating to another person, and it is not out of love. It is a self-seeking, and actually what you're seeking is yourself. You're seeking yourself, and you will never find that in someone else, and therefore it is not fair, because that is also one aspect why you fully, with respect and such, because they cannot fulfill you. They cannot fulfill what you're looking for. I know this. They will not be able to do that. You are the only one who can find yourself. So, a lot of people may say, like, work with yourself first, find yourself, and it cannot be more true. It cannot be more right. And it's fundamentally, and when you have found yourself, that idea of people and relationships will disappear. It will decrease, it will change, it will transform, because people aren't that, they aren't there to fulfill your limitations and insecurities in this sense. They are there all the time they are actually reflecting you all the time. Whatever people and things happening in your life is a reflection of yourself. So whenever you change and grow and so on, these people and environment and life will change equally. So they're mere, forget about their identity as a person. Just see them as ghosts, almost as a movie, and they are just like mirroring you for you to be able to see where are you at within yourself. So if there's a lot of love and joy around you, then and if there is a lot of difficulty and rejection and hardship and frustration and such, how are you? What is happening in here and in here? It is you, it's not them. You are the source of the movie. So, yes, forget about I want, I need, you know, and see it's more like I am in service to this world, to life, to everything. I'm just in service, and therefore I can let go of myself, my image of myself as a person. You know, this more ego, selfish, self-seeking aspect, your identity, and you can be more open and relaxed, and it doesn't have to happen your way. And if there is like pain and difficulty, that is also fine. It's like, I don't have to be a certain way. I don't have to become anything. I am just here, and I accept myself and everyone just as it is. The reality just as it is, unfolding all the time, in this moment, right now, present. Yes. So when you meet someone, you know, even if you are looking for a relationship, I mean, it's not wrong. If you're looking for a relationship, then drop this, like, what do I want, and, you know, who are you, and just like meet people, even if they are good looking and blah, 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 blah. See this reaction of the mind to judge and to see like, oh, this is for me, and just like all these desires, and then just relax, come back to yourself, and meet them as friends. Meet them as have some, you know, dignity and respect for people. You know, they're not things. They're not some product that you're gonna, oh, I want that. No, that's so poor, you know, because you instantly lose your ability and your respect and your boundaries and your sense of facing and meeting them as who they are, you know, and they're, you know, all of who they are, not their surface and what you perceive of them. But I mean, this person may have gone through a lot of things. Maybe they are, you know, you have no idea who they are, but you just assume that they are something, and you're like, oh, hey, you know, and you want them, and it's like, for them, that is not, you know, there is no truth, there is no respect, there is no true interest, there is no, like, there has to be connection, there has to be getting to know someone, you know, friendship. Not I want you. That's not nice. I'm not a thing, you know. So have some dignity, have some respect, and show up and get to know them. A few months. Spend, you know, 50 hours. See how your idea of them change over time. See how you can get closer and closer, and recognize that we all are perfect. We're all perfect. You can love everybody. When you get to know them, when you connect with them, you can love everybody. They don't have to be a certain way. There is no right and wrong people. There is no good and bad, you know, in this way. You can get to know them over time, and you can recognize them, their truth, and you can appreciate whatever they are. It's not about you having someone. It's just about connection and sharing time and love and peace. And you will always be somewhat disappointed if you're gonna try to find yourself in others and try to drive some sense of joy and happiness and fulfillment through others all the time. You can be that source. Stop identifying so much with them. Be your source of joy. Wherever you walk, you know, whoever you meet. Don't lose yourself in others. Yes, have a great day. Thank you.